But first, a cherished toy that's been delighting generations of children for over 80 years. Brian Adams is hoping master of all things two-wheeled, Tim Gunn, can restore this rusty relic to its former glory.
How are we doing?
Hello, very well, thank you.
You all right? I'm Jay.
Hello, Jay. Nice to see you.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Brian.
Good to see you.
Oh, you've got a little scooter.
I've got a little scooter.
Tell us about this.
Well, I was fortunate enough to inherit it from my father.
OK.
I think he acquired it probably as a birthday or a Christmas present from his parents.
Yeah. Right.
And I would say around about 1936.
1936?
1936, yeah.
Wow, that's an old scooter.
His father was a serving officer in the Metropolitan Police, serving out at Bow Street Police Station.
OK.
He lived in a block of flats, and all of those families that were living in them were police families.
Right.
It was a quadrangle, and they all used to come down and play. But he had something a bit special, which was this scooter, and his sort of claim to fame was racing it across Blackfriars Bridge and then back across Southwark Bridge.
He was riding it across the bridge?
Yeah.
Really?
You wouldn't imagine kids doing that nowadays, would you?
No, but it's a bit dangerous, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't think his mum knew all about what was going on, but this is what he told me.
OK.
In later life.
Right.
Anyway, he was one of 1.5 million women, children and vulnerable adults that were evacuated at the start of the Second World War. And then his mother and father saved enough money and bought a house in Suffolk, which actually backed onto an active aerodrome. And the active aerodrome meant that they probably saw more action there than they would have done had they stayed in London. There was many occasions where he used the scooter to get from the house to the bottom of the garden.
Oh, so he took the scooter with him?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, he wasn't going to leave that behind.
OK, right.
He used the scooter to get to the bottom of the garden because just over the fence were these big sandbag bays and the runway was more or less at the bottom of the garden. So they saw the planes coming in and coming out, yeah.
So, Brian, what's your earliest memories of this scooter then?
I would say probably when I was about 5 or 6. My sister Hilary, she's 3.5 years older than me. She used to ride it. We both had a lot of fun on it. And then as we grew up, the scooter stayed with my father in his garage.
Oh, he wouldn't let go of it?
He wouldn't let go. Our children were allowed to play on it when they went there.
Right.
But he didn't let it go. So when he died 2 years ago, it was in a state like that in the garage.
I can see it's been painted at some point. Would you like it to be repainted as well?
I'd love it to be repainted. I think it was a sort of a dark RAF blue originally.
OK.
Yeah.
So when's the last time this was working then, or anybody's used it?
Oh, probably 40 years ago.
40 years ago?
Yeah.
So what would you like Tim to do to it then?
Well, I'd like it brought back to life so that it can be used.
Well, you're going to use it, are you?
I'm not going to use it, but I want my grandchildren to be able to use it. And then I can tell them the story of their grandfather, their great-grandfather.
Yeah.
It is a family heirloom. It's only a toy, really, but nevertheless, for us, it evokes memories of, you know, the past and their childhood as well.
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant, Brian. Thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Diamond.
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
OK.
See what we can do.
The scooter in its current condition is rather sad, really. There's not many toys that last the test of time, and that's one of them. Seeing our own grandchildren playing on it now will make us feel quite nostalgic, because every time I see the scooter, it does remind me of my father, and I think it'll give us the opportunity to tell them the story of his boyhood and his childhood and what he went through, and hopefully that will make them appreciate how fortunate they are in their lives.